And welcome back to another episode of Life in Prison. My name is Zach, and for anyone that's new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit that like button and that bell notification button so you'll be first informed when I upload. So today we're going to be talking about is running a gang / organization in prison. This motherfucking merchandise is fire. You can go ahead and find it over at Stone Collective Supply Company at Instagram. Shit's fire, products fire. If you're into cannabis, fly high. Give him some love. Give him some love over there on Stone Collective Supply Company over on Instagram, alright? Caleb, fucking love you, brother. So, there's gonna be a little bit of a... What I'm gonna do is talk off my experience, okay? I know some people might have something to say. There's obviously some things I'm gonna go ahead and leave out. With me being in a position where I was over top of some, former comrades, I can definitely speak from experience. Been there, done it, level 5 yard, my whole sentence, This is where shit gets real. Each state-wise, there's different levels, alright? If you have minimum security, not really a risk or anything, you're gonna be down on a lower level. Level 1, level 2, right? Level 5 yards are for people that are either never going home or for violent offenders, or people with big boy sentences, right? So, whenever you have a mix of people, with me being a part of, once again, I've already discussed it, being a part of DMI, which is a predominantly white prison organization, being black and being one of the only black individuals there on the compounds for years on end, to get to these positions, you have to really work your way to the top. And, certain things are for certain people. Whenever you join any type of organization, gang, if that's what you decide to do, and I do not advise anybody to do it. You want to learn everything about them, their origins, what they're about, what their missions are, what their goals are, their structure. You want to know exactly what you're getting yourself into before you get yourself into it, because a lot of these things can be very dangerous. So once you've decided in your heart and you've set it in motion, to get yourself to the top, you have to more or less prove that the thing that you wanted the most is the most thing that's important to you at the time. Whenever you're in a level 5 prison with murderers and drug dealers and sex offenders and every type of individual, whenever you have people underneath of you, you need to know exactly how people are moving, why they're moving, where they're moving, and when they're moving. Because it's kind of like owning a store, right? All of your employees, you need to know the backstory of all your employees before you hire them. Then going forward, you need to know what position that they're going to be best at to be more effective, right? Because not everybody's made for everything. You have people that are straight soldiers, straight, knockout artists. Okay, that's your role. You're gonna be a soldier. Pretty much, you need to be a fucking leader to be able to leave killers. Different organizations or gangs, or their roles are gonna be differently. DMI origin was, at the end of the day, we came about because, we were hitmen for BG, because DMI, the individuals, Sweeney, Rock, and Jordan, and then their whole crew at the beginning, they did the deeds that other people wouldn't do. Okay? When you get to certain types of prisons, to have a legitimate prison gang organization, whatever you want to call it, to have it run smoothly, there has to be an open connection between administration and the leaders. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why is because of this. Say you got 100 individuals beneath you, right? Say you got things running, right? Say you run in Snape, you run in Suboxone, you run in tobacco. Say you might have a couple punks that are out there and you're pimping them off. It's not too off common, you get what I'm saying? You have a lot of individuals in prison that are homosexuals, okay? But they want to make money from these dudes that are willing to pay. But being them by themselves, they might get taken advantage of. So what they'll do is they'll go to certain individuals like, look, pimping, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? To be able to make things happen, right? Because at the end of the day, prisons are only so big, all right? People are gonna be snitching, there's informants everywhere. Administration's gonna come to one of these tops and be like, look, we know what you're doing. You know, obviously we can't stop this, but keep your dudes in line. A lot of times in West Virginia prisons, they do a lot of these roundups. And with these roundups is they'll come in and they'll grab 15 to 20 different DMI members, all right? For no reason. If you're creating a bunch of disturbance in the prison, even if you're not the one doing it, if people a part of your team are creating a bunch of disturbance, beating up a bunch of random individuals for no reason, right? Because like I said, there's certain people that shouldn't be a part of certain things, but sometimes that's not your call and you don't have that power, right? So whenever these people are running around doing a bunch of dumb shit, making a bad name for yourself or putting the eyes on you a little too much, you need to stop that shit. You need to nip it in the bud, because think about it, right? If you got 100 people on the yard, right, and 60 of them are back in the hole, where's all your numbers? You have no power. You've then been chopped like a snake, right? Chop the head right off. All your people are staying in line, doing what the fuck they need to do so that everyone can be out in the yard. Sitting back in the hole trying to politic is fucking pointless and irrelevant. I know it happens a lot of the time. A lot of people try making shots back in the hole. You cannot get out your cell, and when you do, you go to the shower. And you know what you do when you get out of the shower? You go right back to your hole. Running around and just beating people up for no reason is not a good name. You're not gonna get brownie points for smashing people off. It's fucking stupid. I don't know how many times we've had to weed people out, because whenever you're on gang units, right, at the end of the day, you're in prison with a bunch of men. If you have a bunch of children running around, stealing stuff from people, you know, doing a bunch of stupid stuff, getting caught with knives, getting caught with a bunch of contraband, stuff you're not supposed to have on a regular basis, and you're going in the hole, coming out, going in the hole and coming out. Stuff like that doesn't gain you any type of reputation. Stupid, and it makes you look not like a convict. And there's a code that you follow, right? For one, there's no snitching. At the end of the day, it happens all the time. So when it does happen, you have to make sure that whoever end up doing that, whoever they're falling underneath of, make sure you nip that shit in the bud. Just like out here with dogs. If you have a fighting dog and you have a losing dog or a weak dog, that bloodline gets cut. Same thing. If you have a weak link, you need to cut that shit so the rest of the whole chain does not fucking fall in action with all this fuck shit, right? There's different structures to things, and people hold certain positions because their knowledge of whatever it may be fits the position that they're sitting at. They're there for a reason. They're quick thinking on their feet. They're fucking soldiers. They will not back down. There's no cowardly acts. None of that shit. You know, when situations come up, and they've stood on their own. Either with 10 people behind them or with no one behind them. People hold positions for a reason, and that's what administration does not like. Whenever administration finds out who's running the show, right, you know what they're going to do? Remember how I told you about those roundups earlier? That's when they come in again and do a nice little sweep. What they're going to try to do is, if there's no open connection, right? And if these leaders just say, fuck administration, right? You do realize they're just gonna put you in the hole. I'm not saying you have to give them any type of information, but whenever they come to you and say, look, keep your dudes in line, you need to listen up. Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, you may think you're running the show. Motherfuckers, they're pushing pins. They're the ones that are going to put you in the hole for months on end. For why? Because you thought you was big boss. No. Back then, Robin Miller, she was running the show. At the end of the day, you do have to realize who's in charge, okay? You might have power within the prison, but you're not in charge. A lot of people, they felt that they were untouchable, right? So when they come and swipe up all the tops, right? Your structure's gone. So if you have nothing but soldiers just running around with no one telling them what you need to do, because some people can't think for themselves. So they need a little guidance, right? Can't think for themselves, and it's a pack of them running around not thinking for themselves. That's when a lot more people start getting locked up. What you need to do is look forward. right? Okay, what's gonna benefit and what's gonna be the best outcome from not only me and my actions, but for this unit, right? So a month, a year, 2, 4, 6, 10 years from now, right? This action I'm doing now, where's it gonna take us forward? Because at the end of the day, to have a smooth organization, right? Everyone should be militant style, right? Never lacking, as in strapped up, boots on. Once you go out that door, out your cell, you better not have no motherfucking slides on. These are a fuck no. You better not have these on when you go out your cell door. If you got some shoes on, then you're good to go. Because if you start fighting and slipping and sliding, there's no way that you're gonna be able to catch a grip with some slides on, especially them prison flops. Because like I said before, they look like some Fred Flintstone joints, right? So you need to make sure that everyone is, the moment they wake up, suited, booted, ready to go, out that door. Now the face that you have on is not only the face of you, but it's the face of your whole unit. So everything is going to be watched, especially on a gang unit with a bunch of cameras. People are always going to be watching. So everything that you do, it's going to be traced back to who and what and where. So if you have no tops out there, how are you going to get a good unit structured and keep everything going? Monetary wise, is there any income? And where is it coming from? How steady is it? Okay. Now you have to deal with other organizations because they also have power, right? Okay. So if something were to pop off, are you guys going to be prepared, right? Some people might have to get things ready. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what their position may be? Then you've got the thinkers, the people that are going to be sitting down and strategizing. At the end of the day, tops are going to be speaking with each other on a regular basis. It's politicking. It happens on a daily basis. You have to have people that go off and speak with these other organizations, because if not, if one thing's said and it's misinterpreted, people love starting drama in prison. So if something is said and it's taken out of context, it can start a gang war like that. Different gangs and organizations that have their own comings and goings, right? With only being so many people in prison, extorting this person, getting money off this person, hustling out of here, doing this, right? If you got people working in the kitchen, right? Say you've got a comrade that works in the kitchen. One of the hustles is bringing beef out, right? Because you can sell beef, you can sell eggs, you can sell spices, you can sell anything, right? So say you've got a hustle coming out of the kitchen. One your dude accidentally blows up the spot and gets their hustle fucked up. Now they can't get beef out of the kitchen, right? That's going to start issues, because now there's a money flow getting cut off, and it's reason because someone that's underneath your power fucked that up. For instance, there's a lot of individuals that would go around and their hustle was getting re-rub, okay? In my other video, I explained what re-rub is. It's whenever these COs are spitting using chewing tobacco, right? They'll spit in a can or a bottle, okay? They'll throw that away in the trash can. Individuals will go, grab that, dry it out, re-roll it up, and then resell it. It's tobacco, right? It's called re-rub. They're taking people's chewed up tobacco and selling it. People go through trash cans doing it all the time, right? That's their hustle. So now if someone else underneath your power wants to go ahead and try to do that, right? They get to going around searching all these trash cans, say they get hit. Now the CEOs are going to start watching the trash cans. You just fucked up a money supply from the other side. There's so many different things. Bringing things from the big yard, bringing things from the center yard, extorting this babe raper. Now you press up on him because you know he gets money, but he's already paying off someone else. Now you're stepping on someone's toes.